Hey everyone, and welcome to another speed building video. It's been a while since I've done a speed build. I haven't had any inspiration for building in a while, but with the new expansion pack and the new terrain manipulation tools, I was like, hell yeah, let's do a build. So this is me. This is the first time. Oh, just knock everything over while you're doing this. That's fine. Analyze, that's all right. This is the first time I was playing with the terrain manipulation in the game. I was just, I mean, there was a brief moment when I was streaming where I did like a a pit. We all live in it. The pit. Uh, Moving on from the pit. I did like a Rags to Riches pit. That's where I Rags to Riches on my streams lives in a pit. But anyway, we it just I thought I'd play around with the terrain tools. Now, the way the terrain works is interesting in this. So I have it set so that only that second level there, I made it look like it's on that hill, it's on the ground, but it's not really. It just looks that way. Sims 4, I'm still playing around with the terrain manipulation and trying to figure out, but from what I know, you can't have things that are connected on different levels of terrain. So that's from my understanding of the terrain manipulation, at any rate. So I decided we'd go with the bottom part can have I'm not too sure one of those. The bottom area of the build can be on the ground, and then the second floor would look like it's on another level of terrain, but not actually be on another level of terrain because it's not possible, really. From what I understand, it doesn't mean. I mean, I'm still going to play around with different things with the terrain, see what else I can do, because I'm super excited about having the terrain manipulation, and I know other people are too, and I've seen some of what some people have created, and I'm just like, oh my gosh, please can I have your skills? I don't have the patience, to be honest, with some of it, but I've been very impressed with what some people have done so far with terrain manipulation, and it's only been like a week since we've had terrain manipulation. So I mean that's really cool. Or a week since when I'm recording this. I don't know when it'll be posted. Possibly the same day I'm recording this. I don't know. We'll see. So yes, this is the build. I've decided to go for more modern look. And it's a fairly expensive build as well. It's on the empty 50 by 40 lot in Del Sol Valley. So yeah, it's built only with the base game and Get Famous. So there's no other packs at all. I only had base game, the free holiday packs, and Get Famous running when I did this build. So no other packs have managed to sneak through at all. As you can see, I'm still playing around with the terrain, making it look a bit more natural into the land, like as it not just I raised it and then it looks more like a hill. Just playing around with it because again I like having it. I like having it, but my previous things, I didn't get into building until I played Sims 4, and while I've gone backwards to previous games like Sims 3 to build and have played with terrain on those, it's not. Yeah, it's just different, and the terrain is easier to work with in Sims 4 as well as like the building aspects. Building is easier in Sims 4, but there are things that you can do in Sims 3, Sims 2 that you can't do in Sims 4 with the terrain and stuff like that. So yeah, it's what it is. We'll see what everyone does with this. I'm really looking forward to seeing what everyone does. And I know there's I've already said I've seen some of the other stuff people have done and it has been amazing. It has been so good, and I'm really happy with it. So yeah. Am I doing... No, I think at this point I'm just doing the floor plan so I can figure out where to put windows and stuff. Because, yeah, I'd like to have windows that look good on the outside, but also they need to make sense on the inside, you know? So yeah, that's just what I'm doing now with the floor plan here. I don't know what I was doing here. I was like, oh, I could have some interesting angled rooms, and then I was like, no. And then I was going to do a wardrobes there, but then I realised that the built-in wardrobes came with Get Together, and this build does not have Get Together. So you can totally add in your wardrobes from Get Together there, but I remembered another item that came in Get Famous. So many gets. Oh, so many gets. That worked in those little nooks as well. So, you know, do what you want if you download it. I mean, people who download it, feel free to renovate it, change it to your needs, what you'd like to see a bit differently in it. But it's just what I did. Base game plus Get Famous. I haven't really done a build before with just base game and another pack, or just base game even. I just kind of use what's available to me at the time. So yeah, it was definitely interesting because you never realize how much you rely on certain items from certain packs until you go and you're like, I don't have this. I don't have this. I wanted to use it, but I don't have this. But I have some Sims actually living in their house in another save game that I'm playing on my own. And I've had to adjust a few things just for them, get some stuff from previous packs, add in some, you know, personalised it basically. This isn't really a personalised build. It's just a build. The main bedroom's a bit personalised, but everything else is just kind of a bit, it's kind of average. But that's alright, you know. You can start somewhere, and then if it's not... I don't know, look, I don't... Okay, so the one problem I found with the terrain is that it really messes around with your camera, and it drives me insane sometimes, but that's alright. It's just gonna be what it's gonna be, you know? It's just how it be. I didn't need to stop saying that. So you notice I made some of those balconies and some of them not. No particular reason, it's just how it was. I don't know why, I just did. But yeah, I decided it's not all gonna be brick down there. On the thing, so the bottom floor, the outside is like red plaster, and I kind of followed that red theme throughout the house as we go into like the decorations and the everything. Wow, Annalise, so descriptive, thank you. I don't know why I keep pausing there, but you know what, that's what it is, and I cannot be bothered editing out. It's just gonna have to live with it, guys. Sorry, it's what it is. I think I was just kind of looking at it, figuring out what I wanted, and also possibly I was watching a stream at the same time, because I do that a lot. Here I was trying to figure out how I was going to get like some sort of pavers to the thing, because the terrain wasn't quite flat from the house to the pool. It wasn't quite flat. So it was... the pavement didn't want to work properly how I wanted it to, which is fine, you know, I've got to play with those things, so I just sort of did that. I was thinking about putting rocks there just to sort of make it look like it's right up against the cliff, and then I was like, that's a lot of effort. And I didn't really want things poking through that part of the house. If I had like another extra 2 squares and then close it off, maybe I would, but I didn't think that far ahead because I'm dumb. No, I only thought of that now. So, you know, the build's already been posted on the gallery. I've finished it. It's done now, you know. But I did use some. I did use some of the new lights with the Get Famous, those sort of chandeliers and stuff. I mean, if you watched my build buy overview for Get Famous, you'd know how much I love most of the stuff that came with it. It's so good. It's such a good pack. But yeah, it's interesting actually that I went for a modern build because yes, there's a lot of modern stuff, but a lot of it's like more older luxury or mid-century modern, not like actually contemporary. So yeah, but it's just how it fell together really. Um, you know, some things like that. At this point I was like, where the hell, how the hell do I figure this out? The kitchen and everything. I put a wall there and I was like, wait a second, no, and then I did put it on the other side. So you come up from the downstairs area and you come up into the kitchen. So that's where I put the kitchen, and again I decided to go with red, to follow the red through because there's that red plaster at the bottom. So we followed that through into the kitchen and other parts of the house as well. It's just a simple kitchen with some modern, nicer counters. Down, I don't know what I was doing there. Putting in some. I used some of the new bar stools, just some simple white and black ones, some plain ones, really. And then I decided to put a window there. It looks a bit strange outside, but it looks really good inside. And I was like, how do I work it? But then those windows, that black is not the right black. It's a dull black where those blacks aren't. So it's alright inside. Outside, okay, maybe it's not the grey, that's not right. It's what it is now. Downstairs I have a living room area. I decided to use the Get Famous stuff here. Like I said, it's a base game Get Famous build, but it's very much a lot of Get Famous. The rugs, the rugs I wanted to use or not. I really love like the city living rugs and stuff, but obviously I couldn't use those. But you know, the other rugs are nice and they have some, you know, they're good. I really like those chairs, they look really comfy. And then there's that matching square coffee table, and there's like the red. I mean, it's not the same red as the outside red, but you can kind of see it's like that same kind of theme just following through. So yeah. I think, yeah, I changed it so it wasn't all black. Some of it's just black. So the living room is downstairs, and you come up to the kitchen, a bathroom, 2 bedrooms, and then at the top floor there is a bedroom, a wardrobe, and a master, like a ensuite, and then like a sort of a study area that I made like a media room. You'll see what I'm talking about. But like here I was like, what do I want to do? And then I was like, okay, this house is already quite expensive, and it seems like someone would, yeah. So I decided to put that expensive sleeping pod in there because I was like, why not? In there, so that's where I put the wardrobe. That's what we're doing now, and I put in a few different things so that it just looks like this big walk-in wardrobe. It's a nice little area to go into. Like it just looks nice. Okay, I like it. That's it. That's really all there is to it. I do like that wallpaper that's in the bedroom and the wardrobe because yeah, it's a very good. Has the thing stopped? I don't know what's happening. The whole. Okay, this keeps stuttering for me, so that's fun. The bedroom is very plain, but like imagine someone who's like famous and rich, and they've got this room and they've got a sleeping pod. They just leave it blank. Be honest here. So yeah, here we're working on the bathrooms. So there's 2 bathrooms. There's one common bathroom, and then there's the ensuite bathroom for the master bedroom. I used all the new stuff from Get Famous for that bathroom. Actually, I think the toilet and the sink were changed, because while I like that toilet and sink, it didn't really match the rest of the house. So yeah, that's just what it is, you know. And then I like that mirror. That mirror with like the stuff around is cool. It's just a simple bathroom, like any other bathroom, really. And in this room, that's like the 3 by, I think, 5. I made it a little media room, so like you can imagine someone who's like a vlogger, like a YouTuber, like a media influencer. There's their bedroom, and then there's their office area, and then these 2 I've made as like sort of plain guest rooms. So this is, when I was picturing it, like I was like, I don't know what to do with these rooms. Should I make them kids' rooms? And I was like, no, I'm gonna make them plain guest rooms. I can imagine someone who's rich, gotten rich through like using social media and stuff, buying this house. They live on the, you know, they do all of their work on the top floor. They sleep on the top floor, and then they've got those 2 rooms. So when they've got like guests, they'd have like their influencer friends who come for collabs, who stay for a while. They've got space for them. I don't know, I'm just making this up on the spot, to be honest. But they have guests come stay with them, or they have, you know, whatever. Or you can download this house and then make them kids' bedrooms or other bedrooms, or do whatever you want. I didn't want to go too into it, but I felt those bedrooms, for what I was doing, were better as like guest rooms. But yeah, and then that little alcove here on the other side of the stairs is like a little study area. There's a computer, there's the easel, there's a bookshelf, there's that. And then downstairs in that little area there, I was like, I'm going to do like a group activity, and then I was like, all the group activities don't exist because I don't have any other packs, but there is a base game card table, so we put that in down there. So like you have your friends, you play your games, and you do that, and you do that. And of course we got that new pond, because that's awesome. I do like that. I was oh my gosh, you get so used to having things available. Decorating outside areas are much easier when you have things like backyard stuff and perfect patio stuff. Very, very much easier to do that. Like, I have 2 balconies in this house that I didn't even touch. I didn't do anything in. You download it, you can if you want. But, like, I was just like, there's nothing here. Where did all my stuff go? Oh, right, the stuff I use is in other packs. I forgot about that. I was like, oh, I could put it in a hot tub. No, I can't put it in a hot tub, can I? Oops. Yeah, I rely too much sometimes on things that are available to me, but maybe not others. But, you know, I was like, nope, gonna do base game and Get Famous only. So I had to stick to that, and also that's all that was available in my game, because I had to save with the other packs. So I just kind of had to go with it, really. It wasn't much of an option. I did consider keeping it there, but it didn't really suit the look of it. I do love that thingy thing. I was going to say balcony. It's not a balcony. It's not an alcove. Words have escaped. Awning! That glass curved awning. I really like it. It just didn't sit well with the rest of the house. You know? Here I'm just trying to put in small little deco touches. Again, a lot easier when you have all packs available. Can you hear me when I whisper? Probably not, but you know what? I'll do it anyway. It's ASMR. I don't know what I was doing. I did also consider having that separate open and using those slats. I really like those slats, but unlike the ones in City Living, they need to be attached to a wall apparently. So I decided to put them there, up against there. So that window is a bedroom window, right? And is like right up. So I decided to put that there. So they still get the light, but it gives them a bit more privacy in that bedroom. And it just puts a little bit more on that part of the house. It just adds a little something. I don't know. I'm sorry. If you're still watching at this point, why? Because I don't know what I'm doing, what I'm saying. I just say weird things. And whoa, okay. I wanted to put in a green screen in the media room. But like, green screen is massive. Like, I want like a little personal green screen that you can use for your like vlogger streamer person. But you can't. I'm sure someone will make one. Thank goodness for custom content. But I think it would be really cool for that, because like I know a lot of streamers in particular use green screens, and even other vloggers and like YouTubers and stuff, they use green screens for some stuff. And then I was like, rocks to cover up that part, and then I was like, oh god, that's frustrating. They were frustrating me, okay. So in the end I didn't, because underneath it would be like, there's still rocks there, and then you put more rocks, and you'll be like, oh no, there's still space there, and then it's like it's hovering on nothing. And no matter, it just was driving me mad. So I was like, you know what? Fine, it's fine. Don't do what I wanted to do. And then I decided to add some steps up to the house area, like through different parts. Steps on terrain are difficult, but it's alright. It's what it is. I just wanted to add different ways to get up to that top area, because like if you're up that top area, there's probably a chance that you'd have to go through the whole entire house to leave. And that fountain's awesome, too big. But here we are going into the pictures. So this house is available for download on the gallery. You can find me with the EA ID Annalise MB. I will leave a link down in the description below. But that is all for this video. Thanks for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye!